I realize anyway, so what I want to do now is understand that is all done. I realize that's the first hour of my seminar. Whereas now what I want to do is upload the contents online. I want to be making sure I'm just doing a greater job for myself. And I've learned something around editing softwares and editing my programs in different ways. And I want to make sure I have to go and get the clothing as well. But guess what? That's my seminar there. There's a lot of information to cover on the day. And making sure, yes, I can do some nice and beautiful cuts there. Guess what? It's more how I feel that Jesus Christ says, hey, a little bit that way. A little bit. I'm showing something different anyway. Every single day, just do something great. See, anyway, so I can see my seminar now, it's actually coming up, but what I'm doing on the day is I'm giving people full knowledge of everything, and it's just like that. Just speak words, and that's it. It's more how I have to talk all those words, and I have to talk different words always, but I'm showing people different presentations always. I want to be able to show people Mega Drive and all that I have in terms of the Mega Drive Online. So what I want to do is have those photos, but guess what? Those photos help me to keep going. And I want to keep going with those photos and everything I do. So what I do now is I have to go and upload these contents. This content is something I have to upload, but guess what? Now it's something that I can call Officeworks now. But the thing is now for myself to just go and call them. I'll go and give them a call, man. I'll go and call Officeworks here. I'll go and put their number in my phone over here. And make sure that I can just go and store their numbers in my phone to make sure I can just have it for now. So making sure that what I want to do is understand how to go and trade myself into a greater number. But every single Officeworks on the planet has a different number for their service. I can see that. So every single day I understand straight away how I feel. So what I want to do is just keep going right now to go and focus upon helping myself to deliver contents right now is much more blissful for myself to do so. Making sure I can go and save this number and just press the plus sign over here in dashboard of the nice beautiful dashboard of the plus sign of the nice beautiful Samsung Galaxy of any phone and any kind of phone. So I'm making sure that from that point I'm actually understanding something more, where I have to deserve more. And I understand that no matter what, as I go and do more, I understand that then I go and save my nice beautiful Officeworks number. So Officeworks. And what I do from this point is I learn. I have to just go, I'll give him a call. I press number 3 quickly to speed dial the phone into the number.
Thank you for calling Officeworks.
I press 3, I never have to listen to them like that. And they go for the options, and that's why. I want to ask him about my business cards. See, so as that rings, I want to make sure that no matter what the ringing in terms of that we're never fucking listening to the ringing, man. But
Hi, this is Tom speaking. How can I help you?
I make sure, I just want to ask the nice and beautiful business cards over here, the modules. I want to be making sure in terms of the modules that I have the business cards ready.
Okay, no worries. Give me 1 moment. I'll just transfer your call to one of the printing copy ladies, and I'll get them to help you out, okay?
Thank you.
No.
See, so with the ringing, I never want to be listening to the ringing much. I want to make sure it's ringing somewhere else, so we never have to listen to the ringing together. And that way I'm talking to you much more than the ringing. And we never have to listen to the ringing of the phones and stuff like that. What I want to make sure is I want to learn how to grow myself in different manners. I want to actually grow myself in different manners, so we never have to listen to...
Good afternoon, Chef speaking. Can I help you?
I say, hi, I just came to see my business cards, and my business cards are ready.
Oh, your business cards are ready. What was the name under?
I have Danny Milivojevic.
When did you order them?
I did it 1 hour ago.
A while ago?
I did 1 hour ago, the business cards.
Oh, 1 hour ago. Oh, okay. No, business cards, we don't do them in store, so it does take 46 business days. You should have stated when you order them.
I see, I did photographs, I did photographs.
Oh, the photograph.
I say yeah.
So it's a photos, yeah?
I say yep.
Okay, one moment. I've got you printing right now. Oh, 500. Okay.
I say 500, yep.
Yes. So it will be ready. They are running at the moment with a few other orders, so it will take probably a couple.
I see,
Then
so
we'll send you a message.
I see, so another 1 hour.
Sorry?
I mean another 1 hour until that prints.
I do have a lot running at the moment. As soon as they're done, I can send you a message.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. Okay. All right.
No worries. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Alright. Anyway, so what's important is to understand that they have no idea that business cards are photographs. I mean, they believe business cards are business cards, but photographs are photographs. But business cards and photographs is a photograph and a business card. Understand? I mean, guess what? It's more how they are unaware of that. So what I do is I understand the orders over here. I see the orders history, for example, and I can see how over here it's tracking and it says shipped. I realize although she's telling me that there's something different going on over here. So there's a confusion of messages over here. So what I want to do is I want to let it be now. That's something to ask Jesus about. I ask Jesus Christ. I see over here it says shipped. I realize although she's telling me that it still needs to print. I'm not sure that that's something different, but that's something, I'm sure there's something over here where I understand I'm winning it. Or that's something even more. I have something even, I have some information here about people. So I'm picking up I'm picking a lot of cues over here. Just information. So I'm learning something different through different signals and channels over here to understand what is going on over here. So there's a massive gap of information over here that I'm actually learning in different ways. And let it be that way. Actually, it's much more how I feel. So just let it be. I'll move on. Actually, Jesus Christ says that's excellent because it's going to feed you some information about life. A little bit that way. Actually, now what I want to do is excellent. Actually, I'm learning how to pick up different channels throughout life of different aspects of life. So if information never actually channels itself into what you need, then guess what? Actually, eventually it all covers up and it all teaches you much more from that point. So making sure you understand that if any kind of information never ever adds up to the equation, then eventually it does add up. Is what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that no matter what, I'm learning something different about life. I'm making sure that no matter what, I can go and upload this nice and beautiful stuff online now. I'm making sure that no matter what, I can go and understand I've learned some nice and beautiful techniques over here for myself to go and do something nice and great for myself in different ways. And I'm actually understanding that no matter what, I can go and see the print service over here with my number. It's something that I can just do a screenshot each time I do a business summary of an order online somewhere with a receipt online. I can just do a screenshot of that receipt with my emails like that. I'm making sure that no matter what, it's more how I'm doing a nice and beautiful way of life where you can go and screenshot your emails in terms of the PDFs of receipts that you may receive from the PDFs that you have. And that way you understand straight away how you're just doing a great job for yourself. I have YouTube much more, so what I want to do is understand how they're calling me a star over there. I see the actual Officeworks people over there calling me a star there. I'll let it be that way. Rushing now. What I do now is I focus on making sure that my nice and beautiful YouTube video is gone up online now. Making sure I can go and delete it from my phone now. So I understand that what I want to do also is I focus on something new for myself in different ways. I'm making sure that I can see this photo over here. I can go and upload different photos online. I make sure I can go and edit that UCut video. And that UCut video is something I have to do right away. And I have to go and do those UCut videos right now. So I'll let it be that way. Actually, now that's the thing. I realize with myself over here, it's much more how I feel. And I feel that no matter what, I'll be that way. I'll live that way. I approach it. It's much more how I understand straight away how I need to go and grow myself. But as I grow myself differently, I understand that no matter what, it's more how I feel. But this situation over here may arise very soon. So guess what? Approach it. It's more how I feel that I let it be that way. A little bit that way. But the thing is, every single time, I focus upon understanding. That's much more how I understand that I can cover it up. But guess what? I mean, why? What do you want to cover up here? I mean, that's what my word I is. And my word I is here. But the thing is, that's where the loss of the word I goes. So I'm not saying that no matter what, I'm learning something different around this. I'm not sure I understand how people can look at me differently over here. And because they look at me different, I realize they see, what a horny guy. What a disgusting guy. And they say that about me. But guess what, Broshi? It's more how they are too. Like that. They're like that. And guess what, Broshi? It's more how I feel that they are never positive enough to be able to overcome that. So what happens is, they accept me fully, but they call me, I realize they call me in different ways in terms of their words, in terms of what I'm saying about my life and what I'm doing about my life. So make sure you understand that they look at me in a dirty manner over here, and they look at me in a manner over here to have sex with me when they say that. I mean, they feel to have pleasure with me when they see the images of anything that looks like pleasure. But guess what, bro? Everything looks like pleasure, doesn't it? Guess what? I mean, every single time, just understand, I'm just getting smarter from this point on. I can see from different points of view how people think of me. Or this one hates me, I understand straight away. I can see how I'm actually attractive in other ways with her. But actually, guess what, bro? It's much more how I feel. I feel I'm always attractive. Or else, although, guess what, bro? What I need to do now is learn to just go and become more. I feel that no matter what, I can see straight away how people straight away ridicule you, and they ridicule you in a way that they never realize what they're doing. I mean, they never realize what they're doing. But guess what, bro? It's more how you have to understand that no matter what happens, you have to understand straight away how people are just people who never admit that they're doing it, but they admit that you're doing it. You understand? When they're hypocrites, bro, they're hypocrites. But then sooner than later, I mean, they ridicule for a bit, and then guess what? I mean, they accept you and they say that they do it too. And guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. But that's more power to me now. And what I do now is I have screen recordings here. I want to go and just go and dwell upon these screen recordings in different ways. And one I upload in different ways, another one I go and convert in a different way for myself to go and do greater. So what I do over here is I want to show people my images, but I want to show people the actual scenarios over here where I can go and trim the actual speed of everything that's going on in terms of the actual photos, and I said I can just show people very quickly upon what's going on. But this way, I'm not saying that no matter what, as I'm speaking with people over here, then I want to be able to look at the screen and be able to talk to people while doing it. So I can see exactly what's going on in this actual scenarios over here, and I can also fast forward and I can see straight away how I'm doing greater in terms of life, and I'm making sure I have to go with the speed. I have to make sure I'm looking for photos and I'm looking for ways of dealing with my life over here. But that's my PowerPoint presentation, and look at that. And that's a nice and beautiful presentation right here, where I can show people on my laptop what's going on with phone and the phone screen, in terms of the phone screen. And now the phone screen is something different. And now since I've actually done the presentation, I mean, guess what? I mean, on the day, I want to send them one link. I want to send them one link of the presentation. I want them to click on that link, and it's much better for me. And now, if I do that, which is much more different, and ask Jesus Christ, does he do that? I mean, does he send the link of this video somewhere for them to watch it? Which Jesus Christ says, which is much better for me to do so. Which Jesus Christ says, do it, because, I mean, why do you want to waste your time here? And saying, but guess what, it's more how I feel. I send them just one link to go and watch that video. And guess what, it's much more how it is, and I just move on, yeah? I move on, I've already done the presentation over here. And now I understand that presentation is already done. So what I understand straight away, I want to go and do that now. I want to do that now. And that's so smart, man. I realize although these presentational videos, they can watch online somewhere in one link. And they can watch it on their own time. And that's their homework. And that's their homework on the day. And guess what? I realize that Jesus Christ says over here, that's much more how it is, isn't it? I put it all together into one link and they can watch it. But now, if I want myself in that video as a presentation, which I've already done it. I've already shown them. I've already shown them the links, man. I've already shown them what I've done, isn't it? I make sure that no matter what, it's more how I can do it now through other ways. I can do the pre-presentation videos of everything I've done already. And guess what, it's much more how people can see my presentation. And guess what, on the day, I'm just going to answer questions. And they can see that no matter what, that I can show you straight away how I feel. But guess what? It's much more how I feel that this 2-hour seminar can go to something different. And it's much better for me to do so. And I link this and I just say, hey, you guys have homework today to go and click on my link and to go and actually find the presentation of this seminar in different ways. I've already done this presentation for you guys to watch. And this presentation is already in a video. So what I want to do is I want to record a video presentation right now and combine it together into one video, and I say, hey, this is the YouTube link right now, and just go and click it and save it to watch later in your phone. And I want to teach you that seminar right now at home, right now. And guess what, from that point, I'll move on. Now, that's excellent, because guess what, I get to talk about something else now. And I get to be much better and more professional on the day. Oh, I mean, wow, I just learned the art of presentation. I just learned the art of presentation now. So what I want to do is I never even want to fucking mute my videos anymore. Haha. I probably should, yes. Although guess what, probably now what I do is I want to teach people this kind of presentation. But what I teach in this presentation here is I want to put it into my nice and beautiful phone here. And probably Jesus Christ said excellent then. Probably wow. Probably now what you can do is you can surpass the presentations on a day, and you don't even have to open it because you've done it already. You've done the information already, and you never need to repeat it in different ways there. But guess what? I mean, yes, you do in different ways. But the thing is, on the day, you've already done it, and you never need to do the presentation on the day of the actual video presentation with the laptop on the PowerPoint, because you've done it already. And you just send them to a link on YouTube and say, watch it there at your own time. And that's your presentation. And then they can go and really ask me questions on the day. And it's more on the day, they just ask me questions and I talk in front of them, and that's it. And that's it. I approach, that's all there is. So I've already done my presentation. And because of that, I understand I never need to fucking shine a laser on that. I can get myself a laser. But I guess what, approach, it's more how I understand. That at night time, I actually want to shine some lasers around here. I asked Jesus Christ, I mean, does he want me to shine some lasers around here? And Jesus Christ says, go get a disco ball. Go get a disco ball. I have to get a disco ball, man. Oh, I mean, why not, man? I go get some lights around here. Well, guess what? I mean, what can I do with this one? I understand that no matter what. Now, I've already shown people some presentations about this. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's straightforward, isn't it? I mean, straightforward. I mean, is a presentation on its own something, or do I have to go for it with words? Or guess what? Or it's much more how they can see what that is. When Jesus Christ says, ask Jesus Christ, I mean, they can see what that is without words. Or Jesus Christ says, that's all the words they need. Or although Jesus Christ says, put some words to it. I mean, I put some words to it, and all I do now is record myself at the screen. And now, how I do this is I make a screen recording of the presentation, and I talk about it on actual video. I talk with you over here. But guess what? Probably it's more how I just talk on the screen over here. I want to just see, does it work? And that's my PowerPoint presentation right here. And let's have a look. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is I want to just do a greater job for myself, to just do a better job for what I'm doing. So making sure that what I want to do is make sure that I have more enough success all the time to succeed differently. As I succeed differently, I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon what I'm doing. But then what I can do over here to make sure that this is absorbing, then there is a chance for me to just put it on my phone over here, then screen record all these nice beautiful lectures or whatever, and just put on my phone, and it can be in my phone screen. And now that's how I can do it, and it's much better in terms of how I feel about all of it, and I understand straight away how I feel. So what I do is I move on and make sure that I can see straight away how I capture the screen over here. But what I do is I understand straight away to just upload it online as one folder. I upload it online as one folder, and guess what? Probably now, since I'm understanding that no matter what, I just go through it, and I go through the actual, and I do it through the phone, which is much better through the phone anyway. And I just go and do that quickly because that's a nice and beautiful PowerPoint presentation. I see how to do PowerPoints now, and I'll move on, man. I'll move on, and I see straight away. I'll learn it that way. Alright, now what I want to do is I'm learning very quickly upon how to save 2 hours of my time. I save 2 hours of my time, and I'll do something else now. And now, yes, I mean, that's a new experience. I mean, that's a new experience there. Guess what? I mean, that's something I've never done. Guess what? I mean, that's something I understand that I've already done it in other ways. But that's the thing. I mean, the thing is, I get a new experience here. I mean, Jesus Christ says it's much better for you to have a new experience here than to go to the PowerPoint. Or else Jesus Christ says that he never does the actual PowerPoint on that day. Or Jesus Christ never wants to be that individual. I mean, Jesus Christ does the PowerPoint in another fashion. I see it. And that's the way it is, guys. I mean, what I do is I go and download this folder into my phone, and I record it with my phone, and I just show people through my phone the presentation, and they can see exactly what's happening along the way. And that presentation is a PowerPoint presentation where I can show all the time this kind of presentation, the different modules. Then on the day, I just show up and I say, hey, I mean, let's talk about life. Let's talk about life. And that's it. I don't even have to use the actual whiteboard. I mean, the whiteboard is something different. And the whiteboard is something I can use the whiteboard. I can use the whiteboard. But guess what? Actually, why not? I can use the whiteboard on the day. I realize Jesus Christ says that he never wants to use the whiteboard. And Jesus Christ says that himself that he, or else, I mean, Jesus Christ says, if you want to draw images here and there, but Jesus Christ himself, I mean, does he do it? I mean, Jesus Christ says, nah. Jesus Christ says that with himself, he wants to just talk the words. Jesus Christ wants to talk the words only. And why is that? I mean, why does Jesus Christ want to talk the words only? I realize because the way you draw may be looking a bit funny. I mean, so it looks funny, yeah? I realize although, that's much more how you understand. You can, I mean, you can picture people watching you over here, and you're just talking words to them. And there's a full experience, yeah, of words around people. And people are just there to get the resources from you directly, and never from some other links or something like that. I'm not sure although that's how it is, yeah. I'm not sure although I can send them straight away to the link of what I need in terms of that day. I'll let it be that way. I'll make sure that no matter what, I understand it with Jesus Christ. I mean, how does Jesus Christ collect that money? I mean, Jesus Christ says, great Christian, I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ says, there's a better way to do it. The better way is stand at the door first, and then Jesus Christ says, let them come in, and before they even come in, just say that it's a $200 event, and just understand that, and then Jesus Christ says, go and deliver the content, and that's it. Now, I mean, does Jesus Christ go with the actual ticket tech online when they come indoors, or does he do cash in hand? Jesus Christ says cash in hand, and cash in hand. I mean, that's it. I mean, now Jesus Christ says to receive that money, I mean, put it in the pocket somewhere. I mean, put it in the pocket. I mean, put it in your pocket. I mean, put it in your pocket. I mean, straight in my pocket. I say, yeah, $200, and I mean, go and sit down. And that's what Jesus Christ says. I mean, put it in the pocket. I mean, ticket tech online can be something different now. I mean, it feels good to touch the money, huh? I love it that way. I ask Jesus Christ everything in terms of how he does it. And I love Jesus Christ. I never hate Jesus Christ. Alright, now what I'll do now is I'm going to make this PowerPoint presentation. And it's all in one folder already for me. It's all together. I just open it. I just download it into my phone. And it's already a PowerPoint presentation in my phone. And that's something new. I'm learning something new over here. A little bit that way. I want to understand something about it. I'm getting smart around here. I'm not sure, guess what? I'm not sure that's how it is. And now what I'm going to do now is a little bit, I don't even have to edit that video anymore. But what I'm going to do is just, I go and connect it together into these videos. And now we're understanding that we have a PowerPoint presentation. And what I can do is show people PowerPoint presentations here. I can zoom in to the photo and all that. I can show it directly from here. I can show it directly from here, but I want to download it into my phone. And now I always download my PowerPoint presentations into my phone. And I do it into my phone. And then I go and do the Master Beautiful contents in different ways. And make sure that, anyway, that since it's recording in different ways, I make sure I don't want to waste your time. So just do it in my Nice and Beautiful audio program here. And guess what, Broshi, it's all nice and simple. And it's nice and beautiful for me to just go and dwell upon better ways of life here. And that's it, Broshi. It's more how I don't even have to use the whiteboard now. I don't even have to use the whiteboard because it's more how it is. But I can use the whiteboard. I mean, guess what, I promise you, I can say I versus I. I'm sure that's drawing images now, isn't it? I'm just drawing images. I mean, guess what? I mean, draw images in words, mate. I mean, draw images in words now, because words is able to explain something that you want out of your life. But images explain directly what you want. But so does words. But words explains even more around the images. So I'm learning always something more about different aspects of life. But what I want to do now is I want to record this Nice and Beautiful section over here. And I want to do my PowerPoint presentation in different ways over here. I'll make sure I understand PowerPoint presentations now, and I'll just go and pause this content around here so I can do better. So I'm just recording audio of my PowerPoint presentation in another format, so I can do the exporting of the audio from that content, and so I can go and give you that content in different ways online, and I'm making sure I just move on, because that's how you work faster. So anyway, so I just done my presentation with my actual Mega Drive mix, making sure you guys understand it's more enough for me. So what I do now is I have to go and connect the videos together. So what I want to show is I want to show the actual video first, or the video file of my Nice and Beautiful Mega Drive, and then I also show my actual phone application. And the thing is that first I want to show people the phone application, and then I want to show people this application right here. So I'm making sure that no matter what, the people can come see my beautiful presentation over here about life, and then I'll make sure I extract the photo. That's my presentation done. Now I'm just leveling up Jesus Christ. Oh, I understand that what's amazing now is on the day of my presentation, in terms of life, is just words. Now, from now on, I'm just doing words on the screen and everything. I'm brushing whiteboards. I turn whiteboards into words. Turn whiteboards into words. I turn everything into words now. I turn images into words now. I mean, from now on, I can see the images right here. I'm understanding images do help you to really understand something about life and how to increase your word I and whatever you're doing. But that's how I understand straight away that if I ever shall do a PowerPoint presentation again, then I can get all these images right now or whatever and put it into my laptop and put it into my phone quickly. And it's a nice, beautiful presentation on a video of a phone really quickly. And it's really quick. So I'm understanding now that since I'm actually doing that, I'm understanding no matter what I probably should have a newer technique to do PowerPoint presentations now than ever before. And that's why that's an update of my software now. Actually now, what I want to do is I delete the actual PowerPoint from my actual phone. And it's really gone. I mean, it's really quick. I'm doing great. And I saved 2 hours now of my actual presentation. In terms of, I saved 2 hours doing the presentation over there. And I can look at the crowd more. I can look at the crowd more and I never have to look at the PowerPoint presentation now. I mean, I save so much hassle here. I can save so much hassle to look at the screen over here to explain myself over here. When people can watch me like this, and people can see exactly my reactions here. But when they look at me in the eye, I mean, they can see my real reactions. And they can see they can see my real reactions when I'm looking them in the eye. And I never have to do the actual whiteboard anymore because they can see my real reactions with the words. And that's the whole deal that Jesus Christ is. That people have to see your word I here. They have to see your word I and your real word I. Instead of you looking away from them, I mean giving them your eye. And look them in the eye much more. And that's what Jesus Christ means. I mean, instead of doing the whiteboard and turning your back on people to do a whiteboard, then look them in the eye instead. I mean, look them in the eye with your eye, and that's much better than fucking doing something on the whiteboard. You understand? I mean, look them in the eye instead of fucking shining a laser at the fucking PowerPoint and looking at the PowerPoint. I mean, look them in the eye instead. But never shine a laser in their eye, though. You understand? Never shine a laser in their eye. You understand? I mean, that's the worst thing you can do. So what you do is understand straight away that if you go and really understand something about life now, I mean, understand that what you can do is look at people in the eye much more when you're speaking to them and just talk in words. And show people images in words while you talk to them as a public speaker. And that's what you have to do. And that's why I'm learning very quickly upon how to have my seminars much better now. And I'm just leveling up. I'm leveling up in different ways. So I focus on understanding I'm much greater now. I'm actually understanding how quickly and nice and appropriate I am now. I can see straight away how I feel. And how I feel is I'm doing much better than other people. I saved 2 hours. I saved 2 hours of presentation to look people in the eye via my seminars. To talk different to I and all. I talk different to I and all. I for I love you. Whereas now what I need to do also is congratulate myself because now my actual Officeworks printing company is ready. And what I do now is I move on. I can go and really study to just make sure I can go and connect the videos together. And then I upload it online into a Megadrive link. And guess what? It's much more online ready. So people can watch that already online. People can watch all that online already. And I send them to the link anyway. I say on YouTube, just type in the information of the actual seminar and they can watch that link as homework. And what I do now is I can go and really study upon helping myself to deliver information here. So I put my PowerPoint in the bin. Actually, it's more how I feel that I've just been leveling up now as my PowerPoint presentation is going up online. Making sure now I want to go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed. So what I want to do first is I want to go and shower. I have to go shower and I have to go and do something different now. Hello. So what I do now is I see exactly what I'm doing on the day. Oh, I'm all ready now to explain myself in words right here. And words is much more of what you want to understand. And Jesus Christ and everybody in terms of life looks at the images of everything that's whatever in words. And that's what Jesus Christ wants to show you. And Jesus Christ wants to show you that you can go and be whatever you want in words. You can be whatever you want in words to anybody. I'm saying, and that's how you have to understand that you can be anything you want. I mean, you can look at yourself in any kind of picture in words. Because words is what makes up life. And if you understand straight away now, I'm leveling up myself quickly. And because I'm very fast in the notion of what I do, I'm just much better now looking at people in the eye, and I'm much better in my appropriation and my skill set now. And I'm making sure anyway that what I do is I understand that with my designs over here. I realize there's a different design I want to make now. Watch now the designs of my actual videos and the DJ screen behind me as a DJ. I realize that's different, huh? I actually just class what to do here. I understand that when I'm DJing, they may have some display screen at the back, but I want to make my own display screen. Watch now, that's different. I have to make my own designs here. I have to learn how to do that. Well, I can do that. I already see the designs, but every single time, just focus on understanding that I'm always learning something about video hits and all this nice and beautiful content over here. I'm learning how to make my own cartoon characters or a line. I'm learning how to just go and make my own type of designs now. But I already see with the type of designs I want to make for myself over here. I'm actually learning that I can go to Mackay very soon. But guess what? I'm not saying that's how it is. I want to go to Mackay. I want to see these nice and beautiful images of places as well. I want to go travel somewhere differently. But that's how I feel. And I feel that no matter what, on this day now, I just go and do my business cards quickly. I'm going to do it today. I mean, guess what? That's the thing. I have to go. I have to go and do my business cards right now. And when I place my singlets, I have to go and do that now. Or else as soon as possible is much better. And then guess what? I promise you that no matter what, I'm just going to do my business cards first before I do my clothing session. And before I go to Liverpool today. I'll do it today. I'll make sure that no matter what, just go by bus to Liverpool somewhere and go on cars somewhere really quickly. And then that's what I want to do, really quickly. I'm going to get my business cards quickly. I'll make sure that no matter what, everything's nice and beautiful. I mean, everything is nice and beautiful because the words is happening in my life. Because words is happening in different ways in my life, I'm focusing on understanding that there's always more to deliver content with. I'm making sure I can give my dogs a wash today as well. I feel like watching my dog again. But guess what? It's more how I feel. I feel that they deserve a wash. Every single day. And every single day the dogs deserve a wash, man. And guess what? I let it do that. But it's much more how I understand. I'm just on top of it. And on top of my nice and beautiful content, I'm making sure I understand that Jesus Christ every single day washes the dogs. And Jesus Christ is here. And you have to wash the dogs every single day. And you have to wash them. And every single day just focus on understanding that Jesus Christ is that. And also just make sure that you're caring for whatever you have in life. I mean, if you care, and also I can go and get myself whatever I need today in terms of life to be able to see. And 23 days until my birthday, man. So happy birthday, man. So happy birthday, man, for the body 30 days. I guess what, that's how it is, guys. And the whole point here is making sure that you can speak the words, because the words are much more beautiful than what you see. The words are much more beautiful than what you see. You understand? But the words of life, I promise you. Like the words of life is better than pleasure itself. And you must understand that. And it's much better to say I love you than to have pleasure. It's much better to say I love you than to have physical aspects of life in this lifetime. And it's much better to have the physical way of life when you're doing pleasure. I say yeah. I realize all that. Make sure you're never doing pleasure. And make sure you're doing pleasure in words. And make sure you understand that if you understand anything about life, it's much better to see the words of life than to see anything else. I can see straight away the words of people and how they feel about me. I can see my actual status really rapidly growing over here. I can see people actually growing themselves with what I'm doing over here. And making sure I can see that's all over the place. That's them too, approach it's much more how I feel. And I can see the words of people over here. And the words of people means that they're never trying to kill me, which means my status is growing in some shape or format very quickly. That's why I'm understanding how to grow myself quickly. So as I grow, I'm learning how to go and understand straight away how I'm doing great and stand up. And people watching me, but guess what, bro? It's much more how they come in over here and I'm making sure that they know I can see straight away how it is. I can tell the time, I realize that is something yet to come. And that's something yet to come. But that means I feel much better anyway. Alright, now that there, that's different, that's where they're coming in. I feel, and then I want that as 1 PM rolls through, it's much more how I feel. I'm doing much greater as a human here. I make sure that now, I can see the future, but guess what? This one over here, now, she has a chance over here to come see me, but guess what? She feels over here that I feel that I want her to come. I want her to come. So what I do is I make sure It's more how she wants to come see me at my seminar. And I really do. Or that's seminar. Or the seminar can see me. Or that every single day I'm learning that she's single. I'm learning that she's single here. And again, of course, the thing is, I can see the future in my words. I can tell the future of words over here. I see now that's actually happening, and that's actually a war coming up. I can actually see it. I can see it's a war. That's between China, that's enough. That's between humans, man. First of all, the China and America, first of all, war there, first of now, first of actually see, I see it's been peaceful. First of all, guess what? First, it's more how I feel. And how I feel is, we're doing better job now. Make sure that I can see straight away how I feel. I see now this one over here has a nice little light in here. So this is telling us as well that Dushanka. I see that Dushanka. Whereas now in terms of how I feel, the Dushanka over here, I see that her light over here is actually nice and beautiful. I can see she's actually happy with who she is with. I make sure I understand that. I make sure that I see this one over here, I realise that she's actually looking for someone else now. And guess what? Whereas there's a point in time where she wants to come and see me, but guess what? I mean, she actually wants to come, so she's coming. And she's coming to see my seminar here. And there's somewhere around Bonnering. And she wants to be there. And guess what? I mean, I am somebody much more every day. Make sure I have more enough on the day, as you see. I see how I roll up in a better way this time. Roll up in a better way, and guess what? I make sure I have everything underneath. I make sure every single day, so what I do now is I focus on making sure that the life is nice and beautiful in daily life. I focus on making sure I'm learning the art of persuasion. But here, I'm single. And guess what? That's something that can come right now. And guess what? It's small how I feel. And guess what? If that happens, we move. And guess what? It's small how I get there. It's small how you can always get what you want. And it's small how you have to go and really, really emphasize with your life in a better way. To understand that no matter what, it's more how I feel. And how I feel is more how I can always get a nice beautiful way of life now. In a way that I'm learning. I'm learning something different. And I can feel the future, I can see what's happening in terms of regards to here. But that's all different, although it's more how I feel. I have enough to it anyway. But guess what, it's more how that can happen. And that can happen. But it's up to her. That's up to her, huh? It's more how I understand that no matter what. I can always say I deserve better. And guess what? The best I can deserve is someone that's chosen me. And that's it, man. If you understand to go through the words anyway, and that's not how it is. How it is, I understand that you must grow yourself, and you must understand that this one here, I've got the she. I see her running away from me. I see her running all the way, mate. Which is not how I see. I'm learning very quickly upon my life over here. I'm making sure that I see this one over here. I see she's very, let's say, afraid of me. She's very afraid of me. I mean, she has intimidation about me in a way that she never feels worthy to come to me. I mean, she never feels worthy to go that far for me. And she never feels ready, I find it. She never feels ready about life. So what I do is I move on. Well, this one over here is find someone else, but she wants to find me. I guess what, I give her a chance here. Whereas, I guess what, now she wants to meet me over here. I mean, guess what, it's not how I feel. I have to. And guess what, we won. And guess what, it's not how I feel. It's not how I understand that there's a nice little scenario going where I may see it somewhere. That's more attraction, it's more attraction in the moment. And what I do is I move on. At this point, I have someone. At this point, and I move on. I see that woman there, I see that maybe, I mean maybe Diana. I mean, guess what, I'll just look after her, or I'll just say whatever it is. Well, guess what, for more how I understand, what I do is I learn to grow. I learn to grow myself. I understand that this one here, I can see it straight away. I see that she has that certain nature. But she's a leader, she has to have that certain nature. She has to. But it's more how it is, man. And how it is, I understand that no matter what, it's more how I feel. This one here, someone I just met new. It's a new woman. It's a new woman, but guess what? She is funny, man. And she's so funny to me. I love you. I feel I'm meeting her through someone And I feel it's more someone from the past. I meet her from the past. I guess what? From she see, I meet her through somebody else, or she just gets what? Or it's more how I feel. I meet her through eyes. I feel all that. Guess what? When she's not. I meet her through someone else. I meet her through someone else. Or what? Which is more how it is. I meet her through some guy in the past. I mean, now that guy, I'm saying that it looks like some. I mean, it looks like strawberry blue. Somehow. And look at it there. What she's not, which I just meet her through someone. Or it's not this one, which you can be whoever. You can be whoever. And guess what? What's your other bit? I'm learning how to just go and have fun with my life. I guess I realized that she's famous. Because now that's the thing. I need my woman to be famous. And so I realized now that's different. I realized now I deserve much better. But guess what? It doesn't have to be famous really. That's true. Guess what? That's not. She never has to be famous, man. I mean, guess what? It's more how I feel. I'm famous already, man. I make her famous. I make her famous anyway. I mean, every single day, what's amazing is if you become famous, then your wife or husband is famous. I mean, what you become in life is what your wife or spouse is. In a sense, so every single day, what you want to do out of life, to focus upon helping yourself to succeed, is what you want, and focus upon understanding. Just deal with yourself. I mean, you're not be afraid to go and have what you want. You just guarantee that you have more enough anyway. And you have more enough than what you want. And what you want is a better way. I mean, what you want is not something that you can do. And every single day, just focus upon helping yourself to succeed. I can see a picture of it. I see a picture. So every single day, I learn. I learn how to grow. I learn how to go all the way. But as I grow, I understand that it's a big moment. It's a big moment when a woman starts to hold me. I mean, that's a big moment in my life. But why? I mean, it has to be. I already have life. But guess what? I treat it like a big moment. I treat it like I appreciate it. You understand? That's what you need to do. Oh, I mean, you guys have to understand that now, since I'm understanding that my content over here is actually lagging. I see a lot of lag in here. And why is that? Well, it's because I feel necessary to push it back so much behind. You're going to do something else. So guess what? Once it's more how I feel, I'll let it be that way. I'm going to listen to my content. I still have that hours of content on my phone. I'm going to do something else, man. I have YouTube Premium. Move on. Let it be that way. And what I want to do now is I want to shower. I already did a shower. I just go and groom myself as well. And I focus upon, like I said, that this one over here is focusing on something about me. And guess what? I realize it's more how I feel. I feel she wants me. I realize that's Dushanka over here. And guess what? I realize she can see me over here. But it's more how I feel. And I know that she's fully into me over here. I can see it. I can see it, although guess what? I realize that she has someone. I realize, although guess what? I realize she may try. And guess what? It's more how I feel. And what I feel is I learned something along the way. I learned about how people are loving me in terms of other people. And as I grow, I succeed in different ways. And that's how I feel. I feel that other people want me for pleasure over here. I understand how to go and grow myself in different ways. And guess what? I'm learning. I'm learning how to go and do the best job. But as I do the best job, I'm understanding that now I go do my business cards, then I'm going to get my clothing. Get the clothing first, huh? Actually, yeah. I do business cards and clothing. I do clothing first before my haircut and beard cut. And now I never go to the same people. I never go to the same people for anything. I make sure of it. And what I do also is I always go and get a new haircut somewhere. I make sure that it's more like that. I go anywhere, man. I go wherever. I just get a new haircut. And what else I do is I make sure that I understand something. I understand over here is something different, but I have to go and see the Australians or haircuts of Australians. And guess what? Pretty small how I feel. I just let it be, man. I feel that other people have talent as well. And I make sure that I'm just looking different always. I just go to someone different from now. I'll go somewhere different. I said Jesus Christ, go somewhere different. That's it. Oh, it's just the way it is. But it's just the way it is. See, things will never be the same. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, what you need to do is learn how to grow and grow yourself in different ways. And learn how to make sure that you never do a PowerPoint presentation at a public speaking event. I mean, never do it. We do a PowerPoint presentation prior to the event and make people watch it after your presentation, somewhere else. I mean, make them watch your presentation at home somewhere. You understand? I mean, never ever do anything to look away from the video camera. I mean, never look away from the video camera, and never ever look away. I say, yeah, but never look away from the video camera and pause the video camera before you do anything. And pause the video camera while you're about to do something or talk to someone else. And also make sure that you understand that with audio programs you can do whatever you want. But with audio programs, just make sure that you go and record yourself in a way that you never have to record yourself yawning and coughing and sneezing in audio programs or videos. So understand you can do that. You never have to record yourself talking to other people either. But guess what, I realize that's a conversation, so why not record yourself here? I understand all that you never have to record yourself sneezing or silence, or I mean, never ever record ringing on a phone call or something like that. I mean, never record yourself listening to a ring of a phone call. So when I was calling Officeworks recently, when it was going and for about 1 minute, man, I never want to fucking listen to that for 1 minute. And I never want to fucking do anything else other than do better than that. So guess what? Which is more how you have to listen to the ring, but guess what? Probably it's more how you don't want to waste other people's time when you're recording a video and the fucking phone's ringing for 20 minutes. I mean, for fuck's sake, I mean, just pause the audio, yeah? And then once they fucking come into the fucking section of the video, then just make sure that you can also talk while you're actually listening to the ring, while other people never have to listen to the actual ringing. While you're talking over the ringing, something you can do as well. So I'm learning something different today. I'm learning how to get ahead of the game fast, appropriately. Making sure I'm very quick to the notion of my life over here in different ways. I'm cleaning my shoes now as well. I'm getting new shoes. I give around $100 to get some new clothing today. So that means I'm just getting jeans. I'm getting jeans. I mean, what else am I getting? I mean, jeans and a shirt. I mean, new shoes, and that's it. I mean, jeans and a shirt and new shirts. Get a new shirt. I get some socks. I can give around $60 to get some jeans. I can give $60 to get some jeans. Give around $20 to get a shirt. Then now, do I want a collar shirt or shirt? Whereas now, guess what? Whereas a collar shirt is something nice and beautiful, where I can look a certain way at a seminar. And guess what? I mean, collar shirt with jeans is excellent, man. I mean, collar shirt with jeans. Approach a jacket, approach a nah. I'll wear an actual collar shirt. I'll go get myself a collar shirt somewhere, and also jeans with white shoes. A little bit that way. And it can be a new look, man. It can be a new look, and that's why you plan your actual seminars and how you look before you actually go to the event. That way you're ahead of the game, man. I'm just washing my shoes over here. But guess what? Actually, before I actually wash my shoes, I put on my clothing before I wash my shoes. Or before I actually clean my shoes, I put on my clothing and make sure that I put on my singlet in a way that I do it one time in the eye. I make sure I put on my singlet in a way that's helping me grow in different ways, but that's the whole thing. I can feed the information through Jesus Christ in a way that I can hear Jesus Christ or God speaking to me in words whenever. And that's how I understand. Then what I can do is I can have a shirt or a long sleeve shirt with jeans. But actually, guess what? I'd rather have a long sleeve shirt with jeans at my seminar. And it looks more attractive for me. And I always do that. Actually, I always do that. I always have a long sleeve shirt with a nice and beautiful button up shirt. That's a long sleeve shirt with jeans. Is more enough for me at a seminar, man, with white shoes. Now, it doesn't have to be white shoes, otherwise it can be any kind of shoes. And that, I mean, that's my look forever. I'll always forever look like this. But now, I get to a stage where I may have a suit. I may have a suit and tie, for example. And I can rent a suit and tie for a bit. But guess what, Brushu? That's something big. Which if I rent a suit and tie on that day only, which guess what? Which that I can. I mean, what's Jesus Christ say? I mean, Jesus Christ says, I mean, let it be, man. I mean, let it be. I'm just going to jeans and I'm just going to jeans, man. I'm just going to jeans and long sleeve shirt for now. That's my first seminar. But guess what? I promise you, eventually I want to rent a suit. I want to get myself a suit. I want to look schmick, man. Russia now, guess what? Russia Jesus Christ says, that's much more how I understand with the actual bankroll and everything I have. That's more enough for me right now anyway. I make sure that I understand how good I can look. I can look great. I can look so great with a suit on the day of my seminar. I look fucking amazing. Russia, I look amazing anyway. I look amazing regardless. And on the day, I make sure that, I mean, to pull up my actual jeans, approaching nah. I mean, guess what? It's more how I understand that. I don't want to pull up my jeans, man. But guess what, it's more how I understand how I'm growing, and since I actually grow differently now, I make sure I show my ankle. I show my ankle skin always. I show always my ankle skins. And what I do is I grow myself differently. And I'm a life coach. I'm delivering content. I'm making sure I'm ahead of the game now. Make sure that these people over here, that what I want to do with them, I don't want to delay them. And I understand that I never want to fucking pick up their phone calls, mate. I mean, guess what? It's more how it is. I just want to fucking go on a day over here. And it's make it or break it, man. I mean, it's make it or break it, but guess what? I made it already. I made it or better. But let's say worst comes to worst, and on the day I just give the knowledge and the money in life is that I just made the money through the words, for example, and the experience. But the plastic money is something that, let's say, I may have to receive from the government more. But if it's that kind of situation, otherwise, I'll rush it for that situation, I'll go traveling to Mackay, man. I'll go traveling somewhere else then. I'll go travel somewhere else, man. I'll go somewhere else then. I'll go totally somewhere else. And guess what? From that point, I just enjoy. I just leave the area, man. I'll go somewhere else, man. Or that's my plan B. Or that's my plan B. I mean, it's just run away. I mean, it's run away from fucking New South Wales, man. For a bit of time, and then I go and make another seminar somewhere else. And that's it. I can understand that. I can understand how that is. I mean, guess what? I mean, on the day, I mean, if 7 people show up, I mean, guess what? I gave already, let's say, $1,100. Or if 6 people show up, 6 people show up and more, I mean, guess what? I make my money back on 6 people. Make my money back, and that's my money. I mean, that's my money, man. And then $1,200 right in my pocket right away. That's it. And then all the fucking investments that I've fucking done promotion is much better at this point, and I'm just learning how to go and be more. And just let it be. I just grow myself regardless of what's happening. I make sure that I'm learning how to grow myself. And as I grow myself, I have new shoes as now. I go get myself new shoes. And what color jeans do I get? It's more how I understand. I go get new jeans. I get new jeans and new shirt. Let's have a look at what we have over there. But now, from now on, I make sure I get my new clothing at the shop. I pick out my clothing at the shop. I pick out my designs at the shop. I never pick out what I'm wearing until I get to the shop, mate. Understand? That's how it is. Actually, now what I do now is, because I do that, I pick out my clothing only at the shop of Cotton On or Kmart or Big W. And I just go to Kmart, Big W and Cotton On and JJ's. Or I can go H&M and just these shops. I only go to those shops for now. I can go to Politics to get suits. I can go to Target. I can go to Myers. I can go to those shops to get something. But guess what? Apparently that's the way it is. And what I do is I focus upon helping myself to enjoy myself differently. But that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is enjoying yourself to do a great job. So if you're performing on the day of seminar and you're the main character of that film or whatever of that, I mean, if you're the main character of that seminar or something like that, then guess what? I mean, My seminar already, it's already a more professional seminar than other people. And I'm already giving more hours of content than they are. And I'm already doing more than them are. I'm already doing more than they are. But how? Guess what, bro? It is. I'm doing much better content than they are, man. Guess what, bro? That's how I believe it to be true. But guess what, bro? It's not. Look at the times, mate. Look at the times, and look at the age, and look at my knowledge, and look at their knowledge, man. I have better knowledge than they do. Approaching the times, I have better knowledge than they do. I have a better seminar than they do overall. And even if they're fucking making that much money at their seminars, bro. Jesus Christ, as it is. Bro, I see how JD Fox makes around $50,000 per seminar, and he may make around $50,000 per seminar. I have a better seminar than he does, always. Because I have my word I at least. I made more money than him on the day. I made more money than he ever did in a lifetime, bro. I was like, yeah, you keep walking around like that at the seminar, mate. At least have my word I, mate. You ain't fooling me, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ against this one. Yeah, I see how confident you are. I see how confident you are. I love everything. I never hate anything. It's just funny, man. He walks like he's confident or something. Guess what? Every single day, you must understand that if you really understand something, then understand I'm much more better than them, man. I'm much better than them in everything, man. And understand how I grow. I grow through different scenarios. I grow through making sure I'm learning. I'm learning something along the way. I see that whole day, man. I see how far I came. I came a far way, man. I came a long way. I came a far in the way of I make sure all the time I'm doing better than that. I came close to the word I, and I'm still in the word I. I can say whatever I want, man. I can say whatever I want. The whole point is enjoying the road of whatever you want. And then as you go and do your life, I realize now is the time for me to just go and let it be. Make sure that I can let it be, Make sure that I can go and grow myself differently. I'm going to place my laptop in my beautiful phone over here and my products. And go and groom myself quickly, and then I go do my contents. And make sure I go get my business cards quickly. And then I make sure that no matter what, I bring my green bag with me. And I make sure that I can see straight away how times are changing really fast. I can see how I'm doing much better than they are. And as I really change my nice and beautiful stipulation of who I am, I realize that other people can feel that my seminar is coming up, but guess what, Proshu? It's still something that I'm giving. I'm getting something on a day. And guess what, I have a better video quality now. I realize how does Jesus Christ, how does Jesus Christ go and record his videos over here on the seminar day? Let's say that they disappoint you and they never want you to, let's say, let's say other people never want to record him on a day, but he records himself on a day. How does Jesus Christ go about it? When Jesus Christ says, record yourself, a place at the back somewhere, and just let it be. And there's more enough there. Jesus Christ says, let it be that way. Just at the back of the seminar, and that's it. It's more enough for me to do that, because it's more nice and beautiful way I see it. See, on that table there, I can place it, and just fucking for 8 hours long, it can just be playing for me. So I let it be that way. And that's one way I can do it. And guess what I realized, does Jesus Christ get someone on a day to do it for him? Or, how's Jesus Christ, does he get someone else to do it for him? Jesus Christ says it's much better to try to convince them to do a nice beautiful video for me and just give them $200 and move on. I'll leave it that way. And what I want to do is nice and stipulation party here to make sure that it's much more how it is, and I'm much more honest like that. And I grow myself differently. I have to get a trolley too tonight, and guess what? I realize it's much more how it is, isn't it? I don't go right away to do that. If I go over there, if I go to Casula over there and go give the business cards right away over there, guess what? Actually, it's much more how it is, huh? I can go and see straight away now that I'd rather go give them business cards, and I'd rather go to Casula right now, and I'd rather go to the car park right now, and I have a Kmart there. And I get a Kmart, I go to Kmart, and guess what? I get myself a nice and beautiful trolley, and guess what? I mean, do I need a trolley right now? Actually, yes, I need a trolley right now. I have to get the trolley, because I have to bring it on the day. I have to bring it on the day, and that's something I can do now. I just say 1 hour to my biological dad, and I just go and after bye-bye. Watch now, that's the way it is. I just go and get the business cards, then I go to Casula, and from Casula I get the trolley. I actually, the first thing I do the first thing I do at Casula is I go give out my business cards around those car parks. I make sure I have that, and then I make sure that no matter what I can go to Woolworths after Casula. But no, I go to Woolworths after Casula. I have to go Woolworths after Casula. And then where? After Casula, I go Woolworths, and then from Woolworths I go here, and then from here I go to Liverpool. I go to Liverpool from that point. And just, I mean, that's just the way it is. Then I can go and do a nice beautiful life coaching degree technique to go and do better.